Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
Okay, checking. I connected, Misha.
Yeah, I'm connected. Are you connected, T?
Yeah, man. All my
Wi-Fi
devices
sorted?
all connected.
Also, how many devices you got?
Just three for
Just
today.
three. Just for today.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's more left behind.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are connected. This is the Geeks Connect show, a show that connects you to fellow geeks out there, to leaders in the industry, to tech innovation, to innovation tools, innovation structures, innovation platforms, and most importantly, connecting people to the users to make sure that you get traction for that app that you are building, to gain traction on that platform that is important. As geeks, as techies, as analysts, as people who want to change the world. It is what it is.
Yeah, so welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a minute. But yeah, we're going to have a rockers show. We see you, all of you guys up. If you want to check out what's happening, connect with us on Facebook Live. Yeah, today we're doing it on the Geek Culture account. I see some of you guys already up there and some people saying some of us look fresh. I don't know what's your problem. But we see you. Shout out to the guy from East London. Props to you, man, for connecting.
Yeah, man. Where have you been turning up to, man?
The 20 hack. So I spent most of the time at the 20 hack, most of last week at the 20 hackathon. It was pretty awesome. Working with a lot of guys from the city of Tshwane, young people from the city of Tshwane, trying to come up with solutions for the city. And, seeing the mayor with his, expensive suit and what.
Oh, yes. It has some of the coolest suits, eh? But I think that was one of the most interesting things to see. A mayor, the first citizen of the city, coming through to the hackathon to check out the local techies, to check out what they are building. Yeah. But what I was happy about was the mayor actually helping them understand how policies in the city work, how technological solutions work in the city, and how different things must be implemented in the city and guiding them through. That was exciting. That
was a part I actually liked, and that was the thing that stood out for me, that he didn't just come in there and said, I'm a mayor and I'm just going to watch your stuff for publicity, and he actually had serious input. And there was a time when some of the guys were quiet. He actually continued the conversation. So massive respect for that. Really admired that part. So yeah, we should have the mayor back up. Well, we never know when we can have the mayor. Maybe we should have him here someday.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll come for an interview in Joburg. But we'll see.
Definitely. Oh, yes.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. There's something that has been going on in my mind for some time. And
there is actually something that happens in your mind for a change.
Yes. People have been saying that geek is the new sexy.
Oh, okay, this I have to hear.
Yes, man. So this is what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for Tiani's?
Yes. So this is what happened. This beautiful sister, hot sister.
Yeah.
She came up to me. It's like, you are Tiani, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're from Geek Culture, right? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I saw you on TV. Oh,
sure,
my God.
Mr. Famous.
You guys are doing some great work. I'm like, oh, thank you, sister. And then she's like, can I please have your number? And I was like, oh, my gosh. It's finally happening. It's finally happening. This is it. And then she's like, yeah, can I please have your number? I'm like, oh, yeah, of course you can have my number. I gave her my number, and then she's like, yeah, I'm going to call you. Like, yeah, please do. It's like, yeah, my laptop is broken. I need you to fix it. That's what they mean when they say gig is the new sexy. Gigs is attractive in that regard. But we have to put it out there once again that a programmer is not a PC repairman. Please, believe.
Tell them, T.
Yes. Yeah, man. So a lot of things are happening, of course, in the world. The Cape Storm. Hey, that was crazy.
That was madness.
Yes. And props to everyone who has been putting out donations to the people in the Republic of Cape Town, in Knysna, and all these places to make sure that they are rebuilding. So I actually read an article yesterday. The MEC of Human Settlement in the Northern Cape said that young people, or rather young businesses, should benefit from the reconstruction of the different areas in the Western Cape. Yeah. So if you are a small business in the construction space, do take do get involved. Make sure that you take advantage through these social problems and get building.
Yeah, man, we need to see more young people stepping up. Getting involved. I mean, the time is now for us young people to step up and grab all these opportunities. I mean, yeah, so let's make it happen. If there's an opportunity out there, guys, don't just sit down. There's a lot of things happening that you guys can benefit and be part of.
Yes, and a bit of good news. The city, well, the Western Cape dams are now at 23.1% on the rise. Well, it's still very low, but at least there was an improvement. So at least Cape Town now have a bit of water. Yes, I always said that Cape Town is the California of South Africa. You know, California was experiencing such problems as well. But I'm just interested also the water harvesting technology that the city of Cape Town have put up. I wonder how much water they have harvested at this point. We should actually go check that out and see what was the impact.
So if you're out there in Cape Town and you know of the information on how much water was harvested, do give us a shout. Connect with us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Use the handle, the hashtag Geeks Connect. This is a show for the geeks by the geeks.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So speaking of geeks, you know, geeks. There's some certain things that we are attracted to. For example, some of the geek culture crew, a lady wearing glasses happens to be of attraction, a great one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now you know if you want to attract tea, wear glasses.
No, that's not the point. But
that's your own opinion.
But the thing is, dating is such a difficult thing.
What?
Dating is such a difficult thing.
Why so?
Firstly, you have to get the number. It's a process to get the number. You get the number, and then if you have gotten the number, you have to decide: should I call? Should I not call? What time to call? And then you have to set up a date. Should I ask her out? If you do ask her out, what restaurant? What type of stuff does she like? What will I be talking about? Because all I know is code. And you find that she is not into programming. Dating is such a difficult thing, especially when you're a geek. So you have to decide. You have to Google, and then
what are you Googling?
What interest? What interest ladies on a date? You know, and then after that, if you get the date, is there going to be a second date and so forth?
But you make it happen. It's like code. You make sure the code works.
Yeah, but it's difficult. It's very difficult. And then of course, when the relationship have taken step further, you have to now decide things like when should I propose, and then finally you propose. But just imagine.
You mean propose as in
marriage? Yes, marriage.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
but one of the interesting thing, if I was to get married very soon, I think
hint.
Yes, if I was to get married very soon, I think it would be the coolest thing, eh? Firstly,
tell us why would it be?
Yes, firstly, we'll get Misho to take photos, social media. It's sorted. Secondly, Petronella will bake the cake.
Shout out to Petronella's kitchen.
Yes, Dineo will 3D print the rings. We'll get Soli Kosa to build the drone that will be taking photos. Oh my God, it's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be beautiful.
Will there be Wi-Fi?
Of course there will be Wi-Fi. Of course there will be Wi-Fi in the wedding.
But I think it will be interesting. Imagine if there were business analysts,
yes,
and system analysts.
Yes. So I was getting to it. There's a guy called Musa Kumalo. So Musa Kumalo is a very cool guy. I think that's one of the people you want to involve in the Lobola negotiations.
Yeah.
Yes, it will be super cool because that guy is quite strict. It will be able to say that our boy T have apps on the store. It's not just any guy. It's got apps on the stores. It has a cool jacket. Oh, by the way, I have a cool jacket for the wedding. It has a cool jacket, a nose tag and so forth. And then they were like, but our daughter, she graduated from this, and the Musa will be like, but does she know how to code? Can she analyze? Can she design? Can she test? she's not much of a thing for our boy. You know. Yeah. So, but then the question that we have put up is: should business analysts or system analysts be part of Lobola negotiations? I think that's where we're heading, and Lobola will be data centric.
All right, so I'll drop in the question. So if you guys have an answer for this, here's a question: should business analysts, right, and dropping it out on Instagram and Twitter as well, should business analysts and system analysts be part of Lobola negotiations? Because my boy T, soonest, we don't know when soon is thinking about, tying the knot. And
yes, and of course, the girl next door will be designing the wedding dress.
All right, the girl next door. Shout out to you, the girl next door. You've really changed someone's life. But yeah, let's jump to the show. Let's jump to parts of what's happening, man.
Yeah, man. So today, we're still on Youth Month. We're celebrating the youth of South Africa. June 16, 1976. It was a game changer, hey?
Yeah, massive day.
Yes, so they were fighting for a different type of a revolution. They were tired of being taught in Afrikaans. They were tired of being taught things that they really do not see value pursuing, so to say. But if you think about it, today we have a different kind of a revolution. And the revolution that some of us are trying to champion is the digital revolution.
Yeah.
And the revolution is there to make sure that Africa steps out of what we call the dark planet. We are called the dark planet for a reason. And we decided to honor some of the top 15 young geeks in South Africa who are driving the digital revolution. Some of the cool geeks who are doing some cool stuff. Some of the geeks that are adding value to the community. Some of the young geeks who are stepping out of their boundaries, out of their comfort zone to say that we are ready for action, we are ready to do something, and finding value through entrepreneurship, through innovation, through emerging technologies, and so forth.
Yeah, so we dropped a list of 15 gigs last week, yeah?
Yes.
We dropped a list of 15 top gigs, which we think, these are the ones that are standing out. Some of them have received the recognition in other platforms, but we just felt like from our side, these are the guys that we've watched for over the years do some really cool stuff, doing some stuff that deserves recognition. And we have one of them in the house today. We have Caesar, Mr. Mega Dose in the building.
Yes, yeah, so we'll be chatting to him a little bit later.
Yeah.
But we'll just be going through each one of them to tell you who is doing what and so forth. Yeah. And one of the first person to put on the spotlight is one Mr. Rentani Nebulaudzi.
Mr. Rents.
Misho, can you tell us about him?
So this guy, Joran Communication. So what he did, he's basically in the web space, does a lot of development in web space, web products, websites and whatnot. He's a very cool company called Joran. He changed the name. He had a partner who left the company, and now he's taking over everything. So he actually even changed the just the slides of the name. You think it's written in German or not, but it's actually he just put a hyphen on one of the R's, I think. So he's basically in the communication space, web development, based in Pretoria. And he's been in a lot of this tech stuff for a while actually. And this past week a few days back, he was on Metro FM. Talking about youth businesses.
You can't be talking about another radio station in here, Chief.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. So go check him out. Rentani Nebulaudzi is quite a cool guy. Adding value, employing young people out there. That's what we need. We need to have people who are enabled to create employment. We need to have people who are addressing social relevant challenges. Yeah.
Yeah, so just a quick feedback on some of the topics that we're talking about. You guys can comment as well on Twitter and Facebook Live. We already have a comment from Kutulo. She says, no, it's not a business transaction. These days, Lobola negotiations are staged. They go there knowing how much they are paying, and the bride's family knows how much they are getting. So basically, she says no, she doesn't want business analyst and system analyst and Lobola negotiations. So who's our next top 15?
Yes, it's one lady called Dinewa Malachi.
Is it the one that's going to 3D print your rings?
Yes, she's going to 3D print my wedding rings. And of course, how can I forget? Ayanda Gia and Skinny Sugar will be singing at the wedding.
Man, this is going to be a dope wedding,
man.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. But anyway, Dinewa Malaji, this is one of the brightest young ladies I've come to know, hey? She's one of those smarty what. She skipped some grades. Graduated at the age of 19, which is quite
makes sense now.
Yes. So Dineo, she loves electronics, so she's into anything electronics, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and so forth. Hailing all the way from Pumalanga, and she was part of us for some time. Did some projects. One of the projects that she did was profiled and exhibited at the launch of the IBM Research Lab. Yes.
So that's our nice, lovely Dini, as she likes some of them call her. Yeah. So you can check it out now. She's busy with CSIR, right?
Yes, she's working on cyber security stuff right now at the CSIR. But yeah, She has built her own 3D printer. She's building a lot of electronic stuff as well. Also teaching young people how to code Harankua through the VECWEC program and all these other platforms. So we need more of such, that if you have acquired a bit of skills, how do you help the digital revolution accelerate?
Exactly. So that's the thing that we try to push as well from a geek culture point of view. Don't be selfish with your skill sets. As much as you've learned, someone has helped you go up there. You help uplift someone as well, and you help grow someone else. It's nice looking at and saying.
It speaks sense sometimes.
Oh, listen to this guy. It's good that you can actually say, okay, I helped that person out, but you're not doing it for recognition. Even if you don't get recognized, at least as deep down that you helped someone go to the next level. And the third one that we have?
Yes, it's one Mr. Melvin Musehani.
All right, so Melvin is one of those weird geeks.
I'm sure he's excited about Melvin.
Wow, that's so weird. But yeah, I am actually, because Melvin is a very cool, chill guy. He used to have this black cowboy. He used to have this weird outfit that he would wear, always dressed in black with a cowboy hat. So he's a changed man now. But he's one of the youngest app developers that I know in the country. He runs his own company called AppCami. He's won lots of awards, build apps that have won awards as well at the MTN App Awards and in different other platforms. And so yeah, he's one of the guys that I know. He's been in the app space for a while and he's really killing it developing apps.
Yes.
So you should check out Melvin as well at AppCami as well. And yeah, so if you need an app, that's another guy to talk to.
Yes, so his company is called AppCami and he himself is called the App Chemist. How cool is that?
Yeah, he wants to actually explain the story about that. Maybe someday we'll have him on the show.
Yes,
and he'll explain more about that.
Yes, but go check out the Geek Culture YouTube channel. There's a video of him there explaining what AppCami is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick ad break to access to do what? To please the sponsors and
the sponsors.
Yes.
Shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to the sponsors. Who are the sponsors?
I don't know, but let's go to the ad break.
They just do this in radio, right?
Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Grow! Yeah. Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.beastdownmedia.co.za.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Youth Month and we are tuned in to Geeks Connect Show, a show that connects you to various platforms of innovation, to tech platforms, to innovation platform structures, tools, anything that you need to accelerate your innovation. And if you're working on a cool project, or if you're working on something cool that you want people to know about, do give us a shout. connect@geekculture.com. connect@geekculture.com. Of course, you can still connect with us through social media at Brand Live Radio, at Geek Culture, #Geeks Connect. Do what you gotta do. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus, anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's just another quick question from Mawande Madolo. He says, is geek culture focusing on building young people's skills or focusing on helping the ones already with the skills utilize the skills? Want to take that one, T?
Yes. So we focus on both actually. Yeah. So we've got 3 levels. Firstly, the high school program, something called Future Geek Stars. So the Future Geek Stars is aimed at bringing excitation and
what a word.
Yes, tech excitation and enlightenment to the young people. I know you think I'm showing off now. Anyway, so what we do with that one for the high school learners is just to prepare them at a very early age and helping them realize that the world is getting smarter and smarter and they need to get behind the digital wheel. And then we've got a focus on university students. This is quite highly. That's why we host a lot of hackathons in a year to make sure that people are empowered, people are getting more skills in the world. And then also we tend to also give a platform to expose the skills of those who already have, and making sure that they are also aligning with the current standards. They are aligning with what the industry wants as well. That's why there's also a platform called Raiketsitsa, which tends to also showcase what the females are doing in the tech space. That's why also we have the top 15 young geeks to showcase some of the work that young people are working on out there. So we do focus on both building the skills and helping those who are already there in the tech space.
So I hope you got your question, your answer right there. Geek culture is not focused on just one side of things. We focus on both platforms.
Yes,
both sides.
and geek culture is not only for programmers.
Yeah.
We should always try to explain that. It's not only for programmers.
Actually, we should tweet that.
Yes, geek culture is not only for programmers. We have hosted events that were focused on people who have no tech skills at all. We have been we've been hosting hackathons in places like Uppington in the Northern Cape, where people had no idea of what programming is all about, and we have been able to bring enlightenment and excitation onto them.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you do when you read the dictionary. You come up across new words. Good reading is good for you. So, excitation and what. The next one that we're gonna jump into is the top 3. The next top 3 young geeks. So this is an interesting chap, Mazi. He's a web and mobile and web developer, runs a company called Coding Crunch. Crunching code, basically it says it all. They're all about crunching the code, building websites and mobile apps. He's a social entrepreneur. He builds technology solutions that strive to elevate some of the social inequalities that we expose to in South Africa. He runs a company called Crunching Code that uses a medium to drive his ambition to connect every young South African citizen. Basically, he's in the app space, and he's one of the cool geeks out there. I mean, when it comes to technology, he's very good in utilizing technology. And there's that thing that he built at the AMM hackathon, the SMS.
Yes. Mazi works a lot with USSD technologies. So if you want to build something with USSD, do give Mazi a shout. It works a lot around that, and you always try to make sure that technology is simplified for the people on the street. Because Boso, I want to USSD Boso, so Mazi is one of those people trying to enable more people to make sure that they connect better to healthcare, they connect better to the government, connect better with all different kind of things of life that you might want to get yourself into.
Yeah, so shout out to him. Check him out if you also need a website or app-based space. Who's our next one?
Our next one is one lady. Rebecca Franks.
Yes.
Rebecca Franks. Amazing, eh?
So Rebecca has been, I'll just have to start with this, has been traveling quite a lot around the globe, doing a lot of things with Google. So this is just a word up to all you guys. When you get involved with these things, there's a lot of opportunities. Even if you just volunteer, you never know how far you'd get. So she's one of the leading Android developers in the country, gets to travel a lot around the world, attending Google events. So basically, most things Google, she's given the inside info before most of us know. So she's an Android engineer lead at Dynamic Visual Technologies, which is DVT. She's qualified at BS honors in information technology. And Rebecca frequently travels to speak at conferences about development, and she most recently spoke in Swaziland about developing for the Internet of Things. So yeah, she does a lot of traveling, across the continent, across the globe as well. Speaking the Google gospel, basically.
Yeah, but it's quite fascinating that she's the first Google developer expert in Africa.
Nice.
Yes, so there are a couple of them in Africa. They are emerging. I know Mozambique, if I'm not mistaken, have 2 Android developer experts. Well, Google developer experts. Dario being one of them, and another guy called what's his name, Eric. Yes, so Mozambique is also showing strength in terms of the Google developer ecosystem. Of course, here in South Africa, we have people like Kutazo Gundula.
Yeah, we got Kutazo from MLab.
Yes, people like Ishmael as well have been pushing this thing, making sure that Africa is represented as far as Google developer experts are concerned. And also have Cizo in the studio today. Will be telling us about some of his Android apps. So Africa is getting there, we are getting represented, and it's exciting to see what the young people are doing as far as that space is concerned. And the next one is one young man called Rio.
Rio, what's up, Rio? The dreaded one.
Yeah. So we met Rio. When was it? 2014.
No. We did not meet Rio. Rio hunted us down.
Oh yes, Rio met us.
Yes, Rio met us. He met us. I like that. His mother will check something on Twitter, the power of social media. And she just woke her boy up and said, listen, you need to be at this place called the M Lab. There's this bunch of geeks talking about geeky stuff and you need to be part of them.
Yes, so that time we were hosting something called Electronics Wednesday. So we met Rio on a Wednesday, 2014, and we brought him up and to come check out what we're up to. And then we discovered a fascinating thing about this young man.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things that you can. The list. It will be unfair to the rest, but the list of Rio is pretty crazy. At the age of 12, he got a patent for his inventing the universal remote. Basically, he just created a remote through just him sitting there and thinking, okay, I need to find a way of finding this remote when it gets lost. So he created a patent around that. He didn't go to university. I think the last time when we met him, he was doing grade 11 and 12 simultaneously. Thank you, that's what he was doing. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rio. But he was doing grade 11 and 12 simultaneously, and then after that, he just jumped into a whole bunch of stuff. He got an opportunity at Digital Academy in Joburg, a 4-month program there, and then from there they took him in to be one of the senior guys, and then
it was a manager by then.
Basically, imagine this kid has never gone to high school, to university. Next thing, he's a manager to people that have actually went to tertiary. And then he goes to a hackathon, rocks up at a hackathon, one team only, with his dreads. He presents wearing shorts and wearing funny shoes, or I don't know what they call those shoes. Only Rio would wear them. And then he presents, and there was some guy from Mutual Federal who was sitting at the hackathon and watching Rio. And then he gives him a shout out and he says, listen, I need you to be part of my team. Now Rio works for a very big financial insurance company.
Old Mutual.
Mutual and Federal.
No, it's now Old Mutual.
It's Old Mutual.
Yes. So it's a product manager at Old Mutual, and so it goes to show that you can do it. Last week on Youth Day, our president said he could not go to school because of difficulties. Yeah. But then our President Zuma, I'm talking about President Zuma, not the other one. So President Zuma
shout out to President.
Yes, President Zuma said, I had to decide and to educate myself. So President Zuma educated himself, and he knows quite a lot. I was busy citing some Shakespeare paragraphs at the Youth Day event, and that was fascinating. I'm like, that's my president. Know what I'm saying? That's my president right there. Yes, it knows a lot. That man is intelligent. He decided to educate yourself. So if President Zuma could, you can, so that you can.
What?
So, if President Zuma could, you can, so that you could. Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, you can also do it. You can start you can start learning how to code today. You can learn that new programming language. You can learn all sort of exciting stuff by yourself. President Zuma did it.
Yeah, so you guys, you could. That's the message for today out there. So don't give up. You could, or you can. I don't know which one goes first. But yeah, that's just another thing about this top 15 that we have. A lot of them, are not waiting for opportunities. They're creating the opportunities for them. They're going the extra mile, learning. Exposing themselves, touching on a whole bunch of stuff here and there, and playing and fiddling with a whole bunch of stuff. And that's the message that we're trying to push out there. That listen, guys, you can.
Yes. So we're now going to take an ad break, and immediately after that, we're going to play you a jam by Skinny. So listen to it live on brandlive.co.za. It's a very cool jam. Yeah.
Shout out to Skinny.
Skinny.
Are you an innovator and solution provider? The Innovation Hub is looking for entrepreneurs in the ICT, advanced manufacturing, bioeconomy, and the green economy sectors.
If you have an innovative prototype or startup business which addresses an existing market need and you're predominantly based in Gauteng, we invite you to apply for one of our incubation programs. For more information, visit theinnovationhub.com or call 012-844-0000. The Innovation Hub is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Gauteng Growth and Development Agency.
What's up? We back. Oh, no, okay, yeah, what's up properly? That's nice. That's the Geek Culture Hackathon anthem done by Skinny. So people have been asking, when is the next Geek Culture Hackathon? Guys, it's happening this year. 29 September. It's happening. Joburg, we're coming to you for the first time doing the Geek Culture Hackathon. It's going to be massive.
Okay. Anyway, welcome back to Geeks Connect Show. We're broadcasting live in one of the boxes at 27 boxes.
Literally, it's a box, guys, like a container. We're sitting in a container, and there's a studio inside the containers. There's 27 boxes in Melville. You guys should check it out. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of food and lots of crafty stuff happening in this place. Are you posing?
No. I'm not pausing.
What are you doing?
Yes. So we're chilling with Caesar in studio. We're about to have him live on air. So Caesar is one of the top 15 young geeks in South Africa doing some great work. When did we meet Caesar, and how did we meet him?
Caesar, he'll tell us a little bit. Maybe he remembers the story. I try not to remember the story, like this kind of things,
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to plug you guys up so you guys can check out Caesar. He'll drop his numbers for those who want them. Maybe not.
All right. Caesar Mgadi, welcome to the show, sir.
Hi, guys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. It's great to have you on the show. Can you quickly tell us who is this Caesar sitting before us today?
So basically I start with maybe I add this vocal cause Nah, I'm just this. I'm a very chilled, laid-back guy. I just enjoy life. I'm a coder. I'm a developer. I'm a problem solver. I just want to make people's lives simple.
Okay, so speaking of problem solving, I think you run something called Mega Dose.
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us about
What type
Mega
of dose are you giving people,
Yes, what
bro?
type of this Mega Dose?
Guys, it's not even about that. It's no druggy stuff, guys. So basically, Mega Dose is an effortless online marketing and m-commerce platform, positioning itself as becoming one of the top local online commerce gateways, providing our clients with the convenience of having an online market at their fingertip. And we are based at M Lab Innovation Hub.
Okay, yeah. But how did this really come about? At what point did you say that I need to start this Mega Dose thing? What was the drive?
Okay, basically, initially, I was given a name in high school called Mogadezo. I used to play basketball. From there, the hardest. I could break people's ankles even, I wish. But anyway, so basically I started off Megadose because I felt like in the youth, people don't actually start doing something they want to do, such as starting a company prior to actually getting a job and getting kids. So I felt like, you know what, let's break this void and start something off while he's still young and go to high schools and actually mentor and teach other kids on how they can get themselves off the ground.
All right, so yeah, basically there's a couple of things you've done. You've built products, you've entered a lot of competitions, and one of them in 2016, you were part of the SAB Kickstarter program. Tell us a little bit about that. What are you in there for? Did you break anyone's ankle to get in there? Or what is happening? Why were you in there? And how was the experience?
Funny thing, in actual fact, I was leaving off campus with my friend Neo, and we saw the SAB Kickstart truck by SMTDC by Soshanguve, and I felt like, maybe let me just drive past. And then I saw...
And you were probably disappointed there was no bottles. And sorry, man.
Nah, guys, not even about that. Hey, business is business. Sure. Funds for later, eh?
Sure.
So I saw Nguleko. I decided to pull off the Durban Hub CEO, founder. And pulled over, decided to go pitch. And basically what SAB is basically an initiative to empower people, empower their ideas, kickstart them in essence. So you go in, day one you pitch. It was very rough. I pitched Megadose Entertainment, which is the past. And I was told that it's too ambiguous. It's going to take too long to go far. So we can see you have a vision, you've got a passion, but come back tomorrow and pitch something completely different. And I went back home, called my dad, called my aunt, called everyone that I could call. And I asked them, how do I switch this up? Because Megadose Entertainment and Megadose has always been an entertainment company. And literally 30 minutes prior to pitching the final pitch, I just came up with an effortless online marketing platform. I mean, Megadose has always been giving people a free platform to do their marketing. And one way that we improve this is that we put the aspect of m-commerce, which is mobile commerce. And basically, we allow people now to make purchases through the application, to give street vendors the access of making money through an application by just registering on the spot and start generating their revenue. So that's basically how the gist of Megadose actually started.
All right, you spoke of vision. Clearly you have a vision towards what you want to take Megadose to. What motivates you in life? What is that one thing that you can say that this is what keeps me going?
That's a very tough question, but one of the things is that I don't ever want to give up. Yes, it's fine that you might fail at this point and you pull yourself back and you might feel like you're going to give up, but you know what, you got to stand up and keep pushing on. So my vision is to show that I am successful. We can all be successful, and there are actually people that are looking up at me, and I don't want to disappoint them. So that is one of the things that are actually pushing me.
All right, so part of that is the inspirations that you come across. I mean, you probably are reading stuff, you probably are watching stuff. What are the 2 books that you're currently reading that you could share with us and share with the rest of the guys there?
So I might just say I'm a green freak. I don't read books. But nah, that's not the right line. One of the books that I've read is Screw It, Let's Do It by Richard Branson.
Yeah.
The love that I have about that book is that he's a yes man. Regardless of what's happening, he says yes. If one of his employees come and pitch an idea, he says yes, regardless that it might actually sink and be nothing. So that is one of the books. The second book is the Bible.
Yeah.
The Bible is dear, it's deep. It is that one thing that is always happening, regardless of whatever time you're in.
So basically, you agree with me, sure, never forget to pray.
Indeed, never forget to pray. I mean, let me put it this way in a life lesson. There was a point where I stopped in terms of your praying and so on. I was so in life and things were not going my way. But once I got back into the motion of praying and giving thanks to the Lord for what he's done for me, things are looking up. And what can I say? Look where I am right now.
Don't forget to pray.
Exactly.
All right. What do you think about the South African developer ecosystem? Do you think it needs to be accelerated? Do you need to shake up? Are we on the right? Are we on par with the rest? What do we need to still do? I mean, you are in the mobile app dev space, so you have some. What do you think?
So basically, from my insight is applications are very powerful, guys. Every single person, well, majority of people in South Africa, there's about 23 million smartphones that are active. Let's maybe dumb that down to a third because some people have 2-3 phones. But these items are the things that we in essence see in our lives every single day. And I feel like with the SAB Kickstart, for example, it was actually for makers. And Megadose in essence it wasn't a makers project, but it was more of a technology which is in the app space.
Yeah.
And one thing that I saw is that there weren't enough people developing applications. And that is one thing that I feel like we need to have. We need to have such programs for people that do applications, acceleration programs for application purposes. And I remember at one of the hackathons I attended, Ishmael brought up an idea where why don't we go to a McDonald's and just sit together as programmers and discuss on how can we improve something, how can we develop something. We're always developing on our own. Why don't we have ourselves in a community, in a place? And that is what Geek Culture is also trying to do. Put us in one place where we can actually teach each other on how we can improve something and actually build something.
Do you think we've got enough support from the industries? Let's say apps you want to build an app. Do you have enough support in terms of funding, supporting structure, places where you can get development, or what's happening since you're in this space basically?
I do believe we do, but then at the same time it might be seen as we have these development places in the mid economic realm of people, where we should also maybe start implementing it in the townships. I mean, there are kids out there that have bright ideas and all they need is a laptop, Wi-Fi and YouTube, and they can actually do something brilliant. I mean, let's look at Rio. At the age of 12, you have your own patent for universal remote. We at times get pulled back because of our culture and because of where we've been, where they tell us go to school, finish school, then you'll do whatever you want. But as being a young person, you're still a visionary. You can see something, you can see a gap. You're not living life in terms of I need to bring money home every day to pay off bills. So we need to introduce this in townships, and we need to introduce this into people at a young age. Give it to kids starting at a young age.
There's this report that just came out this week that inmates in prisons, specifically the Kgosi Mampuru prison, are going to receive laptops.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's an opportunity there to maybe channel this way of digital acceleration?
It is one way of accelerating it, but as they say, a talent is something you basically are born with. It's not something you force or push someone into doing it.
Of course,
you need to have that light. You need to have that spark. That thing, and a little bit of spice. But like for example, myself, I haven't even actually stepped. I'm literally running on 30 minutes of nap because I was working on the website. I was working on the application to make sure that things were looking pashash. So you need to have, it needs to be within you. Yes, it could start and it could spiral something, giving inmates laptops to start developing and start teaching themselves. It could also bring them in a connection of the outer world. Now they not just with themselves confined in a prison cell, but they're also getting knowledge and actually speaking to people outside. So it could work. It's a higga. It's a yes, no.
Some mega knowledge out there. Some mega insights.
That's mega deep, man.
Yeah, man. Besides the mega those applications, what are some of your favorite technologies?
Well, besides Megadose, I was even like I pitched this yesterday. I was even gonna say like it's self-ography and then it's Megadose Manager, but let me look at other applications. The applications that I like and enjoy using is, for example, this PicArt. PicArt allows you to basically do what you do on Photoshop but on your phone. And then there's also, what other application do I use often? I would most likely say Instagram on off. Because you can see what people are doing out there. It gives you a live perception of what is happening and what you can also do. And YouTube if I can say a third, is another one of the biggest because you can learn almost anything and everything off of YouTube.
You know, Misha, we basically control this show, right?
Basically.
So we can say anything. So there's a secret that's going on actually. Vodacom is giving 200 megabytes of free Instagram data to use. So the secret is you need to dial *111 *634 hash.
Say that again. So listen, people, especially those on Instagram, you better listen to this properly,
yes,
right?
So we have to look out for fellow geeks out there.
We got you covered.
So Vodacom is giving 200 megabytes of free data to use on Instagram. So dial *111 hash.
So hold on, *111 or *111.
Misha, hurry up.
We got airtime, man. *111 hash.
No, *111
Yeah.
And then 634.
634
hash. Yes. So go claim your free 200 megabytes to use on Instagram.
Man, you should have told us like before so people could have tuned to the show.
Yeah. Anyway,
some people.
Yes. So we're still tuned in. Still interviewing Mr. Megados, Caesar Mgadi. Yes. So, Caesar, tell us, what do you think is needed for someone to get started with whatever they need to do?
The main thing is dedication and perseverance.
Dedication and perseverance.
Yeah.
All right. What message do you have for the young geeks out there?
What I have for the geeks out there, especially the app developers, is find a problem, resolve the problem, build that application. But one of the major things you need to do is use your application as often as possible. Yes, right. there are multiple other applications you can use, but you need to focus on your application. Maybe use it once or 3 or 4 times a day, but use your application, improve your application, market yourself, market your application. I mean, social media is there for us to market ourselves. Let's use it.
All right. And how do people get hold of Megados applications?
Okay, we've got 3 applications on the Android Play Store. You can search Megados Ltd. So that's Megados Ltd. We've also got basically it's the 3 applications. It's the main application, Megados. It's the Megados Manager that allows you to upload your music, upload your events, and actually start making money. And the third one is Selfography, which is an image application that allows you to take images at an event. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. What else is there? LinkedIn. And you can find us, it's Megados Ltd. So it's at Megados Ltd, one word. So that is the tags you can find us on.
Awesome, man. Yeah, thank you so much for coming through to the show. Misha, do you have anything to say to him?
The branded t-shirts, dude. How do people get your branded t-shirts? Is it just for you and your staff, or is there a place where people can get? Oh, are you showing the t-shirt or the bicep? Or
no, it's the both. Yeah, it's both. So basically, if you want to get yourself a t-shirt, all you got to do is DM us, because it goes down in the DMs.
Whoa, it goes down in the DMs.
So basically, DM us. On Facebook, you can DM us on the Megados account. You can DM us on my personal account, Caesar Mgadi. Strictly business. We've got people. We've got person. You never know. But so basically, you can DM us, and from there we can let you know. Take your order and actually publish that order to you. And if I can maybe just jump into some of the comments I've been reading here.
Yeah.
Sheila. iOS will come soon. The application will come for iOS. We've been getting a lot of demand for iOS. It will come soon. Before the end of this year, iOS Megados will be there. Neo, I love editing images. Jose, I was kind of reading that at the beginning, but it is what it is. Thanks for the love, though.
All right, thank you for coming to the show. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have to continue with the show Geeks Connect. You're still tuned in. So this is now where we will give you a geek guide. Geek guide. Basically, where can you turn up? Where can one turn up, Misho, for the coming weeks?
All right, it's quite a busy one. This coming Saturday, I'm at Facebook. So Facebook is having this design thing where you get to learn more about Facebook and how to utilize Facebook much better. So that's where I'll be this coming weekend. I think Gold Code is having their training, business model canvas. If you want to learn how to do a business from a point of view.
Is that a Standard Bank?
Yeah, that's the Standard Bank, Rose Bank. So Gold Code is having there. So ladies, turn up there. And then the last one that's happening, Till will tell you. On next week, it's quite a busy one, but Till will tell you about the water one. On the 27th, we at Microsoft, back at Microsoft for the SAB hackathon, Hack the World hackathon. It's a mixer, so this is where you get to meet teams and start connecting and pitching, learning how to pitch your ideas for the hackathon that's happening in July, on the 29th of July. So if you haven't registered for both, we'll drop down the link on our Facebook and our Twitter as well, so you guys can sign up for both the mixer and the actual hackathon.
Yes, water is a very, very crucial resource. The Water Research Foundation with Department of Science and Technology, the ICRD group, the Geek Culture guys, that organization that starts with the G and ends with the cha. Starts with the G and ends with the cha. And various organizations as well will be hosting a hackathon focused on water. Yes, so how do we use technology to reimagine the future of water? So that's the hackathon that's happening next week, Tuesday on the 27th at the very cool place, historic Constitution Hill.
Right, so we basically have no boundaries. Geeks have no boundaries.
Yes.
There's just one more place that we still have to do something. Union Buildings. Watch out for that hackathon. It's coming. Yeah, Mr. Mayor, if you're listening.
No, Mr. Mayor does not have control over that. But yes, Union Buildings.
He has control over that.
You must learn your governmental spheres.
Who's got control over that?
We'll talk to that guy.
Who?
That guy, man.
Which one?
You know him.
Who?
The guy who's running for girls. Anyway. Yeah. So that's the RFW hack happening next week. So log on to rfwhack.eventbrite.com and register for that hackathon happening next week right here in the city of gold, Johannesburg.
Yeah, tickets are flying. People are grabbing the tickets, so grab yours. We'll definitely see you guys next week. It's gonna be proper. Yes,
and on the second week of July, we're heading all the way to the Kalahari Desert. Yes. The Geek Culture Vacation Work Program for young people, it's happening. The Bloodhorn Supersonic car is coming to South Africa. So as part of that, we are hosting a program for young people to learn business skills, ICT skills. And we're also heading to Limpopo as well.
Limpopo, what's up?
Yes, Limpopo, we got you. We got you. We got you. Yeah. So
why are you about to leave? I hear you're about to do an interview in your own language. Do you want to practice?
Yes, so itabona viki le retaku yeah
kita bona ka TV.
Yeah, itabona ka TV.
Atawo khabla yini sisa technology.
Yeah, so technology na
go connecta njani
so the geek culture. Geek.
All right, guys, it's been real. You guys have been pretty awesome. We'll definitely catch up with you guys next week. So just make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, just to catch some of the activities. Some of them we won't mention here; they just randomly happen.
Yes,
so,
they are too hectic for radio.
I didn't say that. It's been real, guys.
Yes. Cheers. Keep on keeping on.
Can code.
Brandlive.co.za